Hi, this is Elsa P. here to talk about Scorpio and the 8th house and loyalty in relationships. I was talking to my friend and fellow astrologer, Perez, last night, and at the end of the conversation she said something like, that she hoped that we would be friends, for a while. And I said, what? What? And to explain to her, I always assumed that we would be friends for life. And the reason being is she befriended me when I was at my most repulsive. And I reminded her of this. And typical for the kind of person who would do that sort of thing, she didn't even remember. But I was at the time when I met CF, I was having a Pluto transit to my Sun, and I just felt repulsive, and I was repulsive. And she, as I reminded her, she said, "Yeah, you were being rejected left and right," and it was just a terrible time. I was at my most repulsive, and here comes this woman, and she's going to be my friend. So I post her list, her astrology mailing list, after being kicked off several others, and every time I posted, she would write a post right after I had posted, which is, a way to let people know that she was on my side and she was supporting my right to write about, Plutonian kind of things, very intense things that make people uncomfortable. So as time went on, she went further and she called me. She really did befriend me when I was at my most repulsive. So I asked her, I said, "Do you think that someone like me would ever forget that? Ever?" And I told her, whether you decide you don't like me or not, I will be your friend for life. Anyone ever says anything about you, I'm going to deck them, because of this. So what do you think about this? Are you the kind of person that stands up for the person, right? Do you stand up for the witch as she's being burned at the stake? Have you ever done that? Do you know anyone like this? And one more point. CF Perez is a double Gemini, and the stereotype of that sign is that they're very flitty and that they have no substance. Well, that's not always true, is it? This is Elsa P. at elsalsa.com. See ya.